Do you know that there is a product in your cupboard that can remain edible for 100 years? In the face of rising food prices and empty store shelves, knowing which products never spoil can save your wallet or even your life. Stay with us, because what you will see may change your approach to shopping forever. Hello, everyone. I explored everything from ancient food preservation methods to modern tricks for the thrifty. I even spoke with several experts, and what I learned surprised me. Some products do not spoil, regardless of how long they sit on the shelf. In this video, I will talk about 20 products with the longest shelf life that you can keep at home, including one that archaeologists found still edible in an Egyptian tomb. You will learn why these products last so long, how to store them properly, and which ones you may already have. If you want to save money, reduce waste, or be prepared for emergencies, this list will definitely come in handy. Let's start with the 20th item, dark chocolate. You may not think of dark chocolate as a survival product, but guess what? It lasts much longer than most snacks. With proper storage, dark chocolate can remain good for up to 2 years or even longer. Unlike milk chocolate, which can spoil faster due to dairy ingredients, dark chocolate contains less moisture and more cocoa. This makes it less susceptible to mold or bacteria. Therefore, if you store it in a cool and dry place, it won't spoil anytime soon. However, even if chocolate is stored for a long time, it doesn't mean it will always taste good. Over time, it may lose some flavor or develop a white coating. This is called chocolate bloom. Simply, cocoa butter rising to the surface. It is still safe to eat, just not as smooth. Dark chocolate also lifts the mood. It contains caffeine and other substances that promote well-being, making it perfect for your pantry and mental health. Whether you're preparing for emergencies or just want a sweet treat on a tough day, dark chocolate fits the bill in every way. It is also very easy to find. You don't need to go to a special store or order online. Just grab a bar the next time you're at the store. Look for chocolate with at least 70% cocoa for better shelf life and richer flavor. So yes, dark chocolate is not just a snack. It is a long-lasting, stress-relieving, delicious piece of history. And this is just the beginning of our list. Stay with us, because more interesting things are ahead. Number 19, popcorn kernels. Popcorn kernels may not look impressive, but they are quite sturdy. With proper storage, these little golden bullets can last for years, retaining their ability to pop. All that is needed is dry storage. If you store them in an airtight container in a cool, dark place, popcorn kernels won't spoil. They just patiently wait for movie time. Here's the interesting part. Even if they age a bit or seem not very fresh, you can often bring them back to life. Fry them in a hot pan for just a few minutes. Frying makes them drier, and voila, you have fresh popcorn again. No other snack has such magic. Chips go stale, candies melt, and pretzels lose their crunch. But popcorn is like Houdini among snacks, always ready to escape the boredom of your pantry and explode into something amazing. And, to be honest, popcorn is the classic comfort food. Whether it's watching a movie, meeting friends, or just needing a quiet snack while scrolling through life, popcorn is always welcome. The best part is that you don't need any fancy tools. Just a pot, some oil, and you're good to go. Plus, it's very cheap. You can buy a large bag of grains for just a few rubles, providing snacks for weeks. This makes it an ideal choice for budget-conscious individuals, hoarders, or simply for lovers of crunchy food without unnecessary expenses. Now let's talk about the snack that has become popular again, the one you probably loved in childhood. Yes, it's about Twinkies, but before you laugh, there is a reason they became a legend. Keep watching. Twinkies are the snack that everyone forgot, or at least that's what they say. Myth. They last forever. True. Not quite, but very close. Unsold Twinks can stay fresh for up to 45 days. That's much longer than a regular cupcake or store-bought donut. Compared to fresh bread or fruit, 45 days is practically an eternity. So why do they last so long? It's all about science. Twinkies are baked with preservatives like sorbic acid that prevent mold and bacteria growth. Moreover, their cream filling is not made from real cream. It's more of a sweet, airy mixture of oils and sugars that doesn't spoil as quickly. Now let's discuss their return. The Twinks disappeared from the shelves for a while a few years ago, and people were in shock. There were news reports, cries on social media, even conspiracy theories. When they returned, it felt like a rock star status. Canned tuna is one of those products that is really good. It's cheap, tasty, and lasts much longer than it should. Store it in a cool, dry place, and canned tuna can last from 3 to 5 years, sometimes even longer. This makes it ideal for emergency kits, hiking, or just for quick meals when you are too tired to cook. It is also rich in protein, which is important if you want to stay full, healthy, or survive on what you have in your pantry. One canned tuna provides you with essential nutrients without the need to add anything or light the stove. And let's not forget how versatile it is. Tuna salad is easy. Grilled tuna is delicious. Add it to pasta or put it on a sandwich. Either way, it solves the task without asking for much in return. Most canned goods last a long time, but tuna stands out for its simplicity of use. No soaking, no boiling, no waiting. Just open and eat. Such a level of convenience is rare in the world of long-lasting food. Moreover, it takes up little space. You can stack a few cans in your cupboard and forget about them until needed. When food prices are high and time is short, having something like canned tuna on hand is a small but important victory. So let's return to the basics. We will talk about something that has nourished people for centuries and shows no signs of stopping. Yes, it's instant coffee. Let's figure out why this cup of fake drink might be more useful than you think. Instant coffee may not win awards for taste, but when it comes to long-term storage in your cupboard, it's a superstar. Unlike freshly ground coffee or beans, instant coffee has almost all moisture removed, meaning there will be no mold, bacteria, or unpleasant surprises waiting for you in the cup after a few years. Stored in an airtight package in a cool and dry place, instant coffee can last up to 20 years. Yes, a full 2 decades. The taste may not be as good, but it will remain safe to consume. So, if you have a jar from your student days, don't rush to throw it away. It's very simple to use. Just add hot water. And there you have it. Coffee ready in seconds. No filters, no machines, no mess. This makes it ideal for hiking, emergency supplies, or lazy mornings when there's no desire to cook properly. And let's be honest, most of us don't have time for barista-level coffee every day. Instant coffee is quick, cheap, and gets the job done. Moreover, it is lightweight and takes up little space, making it perfect for storage without breaking the budget. Although it may not be the most sophisticated choice on this list, instant coffee has durability. Literally, this is one of those products you can rely on, even when life seems unpredictable. Now let's talk about the saltiest and most powerful flavor ingredient on the planet that can be stored in your cupboard for years. We are talking about soy sauce. Let's figure out how something so simple can last so long. Soy sauce may look like an ordinary bottle in your fridge, but it is actually a powerful source of flavor with serious longevity. Made from fermented soybeans, wheat, salt, and water, soy sauce is rich in sodium, which acts as a natural preservative, meaning a sealed bottle can last on your shelf for up to 3 years and remain perfectly edible. After opening, it also does not spoil. You can store it in the refrigerator for at least a year, and it will still serve its purpose, enhancing the flavor of dishes. Of course, over time the taste may change slightly, but it will not spoil or cause you to get poisoned. This is one of those ingredients that makes ordinary food interesting. A few drops of soy sauce can turn plain rice porridge into something delightful or add a rich, savory flavor to your stir-fry. And since it is so cheap and accessible, there is no reason not to keep a bottle on hand. Soy sauce is proof that sometimes the simplest ingredients are the most useful. It does not require refrigeration until opened. Soy sauce never loses its flavor and has a remarkable richness. If you are looking for an essential product that brings vibrant taste without extra hassle, soy sauce is the true hero of the kitchen. Now let's talk about one of the oldest products that not only lasts long but has been used for centuries for food preservation, enhancing dish flavors, and even for waging wars. Yes, we are talking about vinegar. Let's figure out why this sour liquid is considered a longevity legend. Vinegar is that kitchen hero that rarely gets the recognition it deserves. It is inexpensive, versatile, and, most importantly, does not spoil. Due to its high acidity, vinegar is a natural preservative. Bacteria and mold cannot survive in it, which means your bottle of apple or white vinegar can theoretically last forever. Seriously, you can pass this bottle down from generation to generation, and it will still work as usual. Over time, you may notice that the vinegar becomes cloudy, or a strange slime appears, called the mother. Don't panic. This is completely normal. It's just a sign that the vinegar is raw and unpasteurized. You can strain it, shake it, or just continue to use it as usual. Vinegar does more than just sit on your shelf. It can be used for cooking, cleaning, preserving, and even for cosmetic purposes. A few drops add flavor to salad dressings, sauces, and marinades. If you are into home remedies, it's like liquid gold for removing dirt without harsh chemicals. Buying vinegar in bulk makes sense due to its long shelf life. There's no need to constantly buy new bottles when one keeps delivering results. Just keep it in a cool, dark place and forget about it until needed. Now let's talk about an underrated breakfast product that can last for years without losing its strength. This is number 13, oatmeal. Let's see how this humble grain became a storage star. Oat flakes are the quiet workhorses of the breakfast world. They are nutritious, inexpensive, and if stored properly, can last up to 30 years without spoiling. Unlike fresh fruits or dairy products, oatmeal does not require refrigeration. As long as it is kept in an airtight package and away from moisture, it can last up to 30 years. This is not a typo. 3 decades. So, if you are preparing for emergencies or just want to reduce trips to the store, oatmeal is the perfect choice. It is also incredibly versatile. From it, you can make hot cereals, bake cookies, add to smoothies, or use it as a binding ingredient for meatloaves. One ingredient, endless possibilities, a value you can rely on. And don't forget about the nutrients. Oatmeal is rich in fiber, protein, and important minerals. It keeps you full for a long time, which is a plus for anyone trying to extend meals or avoid constant snacking. Its lightness and compactness make it easy to store large amounts of flakes. Several airtight buckets in your pantry can feed you and your family for many years. No refrigeration or special tools required, just store in a dry place and plan a little. Oatmeal may seem unremarkable, but it is one of those products that performs its job delicately. Long shelf life, high nutritional value, and complete versatility. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful thickeners in your kitchen. This is something that does not spoil, does not complain, and always helps when needed. Yes, we are talking about cornstarch. Let's find out why this pantry product is practically immortal. Cornstarch is one of those kitchen helpers that doesn't require much and serves almost forever. As long as it stays dry, the starch won't spoil. No mold, no unpleasant odors, just pure powdered thickening power. Store it in an airtight container, keep it away from moisture, and you'll never have to throw it away. This is the secret to creamy sauces, smooth gravies, and perfect puddings. A small amount of starch can be quite effective, meaning that one package can last you for months or even years if used wisely. Unlike flour, which can go rancid over time, cornstarch does not contain oils that can spoil. This makes it extremely stable and ideal for long-term storage. You don't need to freeze it or periodically replenish stocks, like with other products. Just keep it sealed and forget about it until needed. And since it is inexpensive and widely available, it's always a good idea to buy a little more. Whether it's dinner on a rainy evening or preparing food for emergencies, cornstarch is the quiet hero that gets the job done. It is also popular in gluten-free cooking, as it is made from corn and contains no wheat. It is a safe choice for those avoiding gluten, but still wanting to enjoy a rich and thick texture in food. The next product is a snack with serious durability, something that has nourished tourists, campers, and survivalists for many years. We are talking about dried meat. Let's figure out why this dried meat lasts so long. Dried meat proves that sometimes the best way to preserve a product is to simply remove all moisture. And if done correctly, you will get a snack that can be stored for months, sometimes even years. Dried beef, turkey, even plant-based alternatives. They all have one thing in common: low moisture content. This is what prevents them from spoiling. Without water, bacteria and mold cannot develop, meaning your dried meat remains edible much longer than regular meat products. If vacuum packed and stored in a cool, dry place, dried meat can last up to a year or even longer. After opening, it retains its qualities if kept sealed and not left in the car during summer. It is also rich in protein, making it an excellent snack for tourists, campers, and anyone trying not to go hungry between meals. A small package can give you a boost of energy without weighing down your stomach. And let's not forget the taste: salty, smoked, spicy, sweet. There is a type of dried meat for everyone. This is not just survival food, it's also comfort food. Next in line is one of the most underrated alternative dairy products. It can be stored on your shelf for years and still provide you with essential calcium. This is powdered milk. Let's figure out why this old product is still worth having on hand. Powdered milk may not be the first thing you grab at the store, but it's one of those products that quietly does its job and lasts forever. Unlike fresh milk, which spoils in a few days, powdered milk has undergone a moisture removal process. This means you won't have to worry about spoilage, unpleasant odors, or the rush to throw it away before it goes bad. With proper storage and airtight packaging, powdered milk can last up to 20 years. Yes, a full 2 decades. This makes it an excellent choice for emergency supplies, long-term storage, or simply for times when regular milk is unavailable in stores. It is also rich in nutrients, calcium, protein, and vitamins. You get all the beneficial components without the need to connect anything or store it cold. Honestly, it won't win any taste contests, but mixed with water, it does its job. And if you are cooking or baking, you won't even notice the difference. It mixes well in pancakes, baked goods, and even soups, adding nutritional value. Since powdered milk is lightweight and doesn't take up much space, storing a few packages is easy. You don't need special storage or expensive equipment. Just find a cool, dry place and plan a little. Now let's move on to one of the brightest and most durable canned products in your kitchen. This is what combines taste, nutritional value, and long shelf life in one jar. We're talking about canned vegetables. Let's see why these vibrant products are made for long storage. Canned vegetables are like the undeservedly underrated heroes of your pantry. Bright, nutritious, and lasting much longer than fresh ones. Think about it. Fresh vegetables spoil in a few days, while canned ones can last from 2 to 5 years or even longer if the can remains sealed and intact. The secret lies in the canning process. Vegetables are prepared and sealed in airtight containers, which kills bacteria and allows them to remain safe for consumption for many years. As long as the jar is not dented, rusty, or bulging, everything inside is perfectly edible. Do not underestimate them just because they are not fresh. Canned vegetables are still rich in vitamins and fiber, especially if you choose low-salt options. They can be added to soups, stews, casseroles, or even eaten straight from the can if you're in a hurry. No prejudices. They are also incredibly convenient. No need to wash, slice, or peel. Just open and cook. It's a real find during hectic evenings or in situations when the power is out during an emergency. Since they are very accessible and widely available, stocking up on canned vegetables is not difficult. Just periodically refresh your supplies, and you will always have something useful on hand. Now let's move on to one of the simplest, yet most powerful products. Something that does not spoil, does not complain, and has been used for centuries to preserve food and add flavor to dishes. We are talking about peanut butter, but only if the jar is unopened. Let's figure out why this creamy product lasts longer than you think. Peanut butter may seem like a simple component for sandwiches, but if kept sealed, it can actually last for up to 2 years or more without spoiling. Your spare jar of peanut butter may remain good even after you forget why you bought it in the first place. The reason lies in its low moisture content and high oil content. Without enough water for mold or bacteria to grow, unopened peanut butter remains safe and stable for a long time. The oil keeps it smooth, and as long as the lid is closed, nothing really goes wrong. However, once you open it, everything changes. Peanut butter, whether stirred or not, should be used within 6 months to a year for the best taste and texture. But if the jar is still sealed, put it in your emergency supply. It will wait patiently. It is also a source of protein and healthy fats, making it an excellent snack with crackers, fruits, or just by the spoonful. No shame. Perfect for kids' lunches, hikes, or those evenings when you're too tired to cook anything else. And let's not forget about nostalgia. For many, peanut butter is a food that brings comfort. Whether spread on toast or added to evening oatmeal, it evokes warm, familiar feelings and has a long shelf life. Now let's move on to one of the simplest and most powerful survival products ever created. Something that has sustained armies and explorers for centuries. We are talking about hardtack. Let's see how this sturdy cracker became a legend of long-term storage. Hardtack may not win awards for taste, but when it comes to longevity in your pantry, it is practically legendary. This simple cracker consists only of flour, water, and perhaps a pinch of salt, then baked to a sandy state. The lack of moisture makes it so durable. Without water, no mold, no bacteria, and no spoilage. Soldiers during the Civil War and sailors on long journeys relied on hardtack because it did not spoil. Some of these bricks were found still edible after more than 100 years. Let's be honest. Crackers are not a culinary masterpiece. They are hard, tasteless, and can serve as a doorstop if needed. But if soaked in water, broth, or coffee, they become soft enough to eat without a hammer. They are also very light and compact, making them ideal for travel before the advent of refrigerators and modern packaging. Even today, they are popular among people preparing for emergencies and outdoor enthusiasts who need food that won't let them down. And although you may not want to live on them permanently, having a supply of long-lasting crackers or biscuits is a sensible approach. They do not spoil, they do not attract insects if stored properly, and they can help you feed yourself when fresh produce becomes scarce. The next product is one of the most powerful flavor enhancers that can be stored in the kitchen. It doesn't spoil, requires no complaints, and can turn even the blandest dish into something delicious. We're talking about bouillon cubes. Let's see how these tiny blocks of flavor have become true gold in the kitchen. Bouillon cubes may look like small mysterious blocks, but they are actually an explosion of flavor that lasts a long time. They consist of concentrated broth, salt, fat, and spices. These little cubes are so dried that bacteria cannot develop in them. This means that if kept in a sealed and dry place, bouillon cubes can last up to 5 years or even longer. One cube can turn ordinary water into a rich broth or add depth to rice, stews, and sauces. They are very light, easy to store, and perfect for those who want to enhance the flavor of food without buying fresh broth every week. They are also useful when you have little time or a minimal set of ingredients. No fresh vegetables? No problem. A bouillon cube can save almost any dish, giving it that distinctive restaurant flavor. Since they are very inexpensive and widely available, it is always wise to buy a few extra packs. Store them in a cool, dry place and forget about them until needed. Now let's talk about the simplest yet most powerful product on the planet. Dried beans. It's something that doesn't spoil, doesn't rot, and has been used for thousands of years to preserve food and enhance the taste of dishes. Let's see why this humble bean is a true survival star. Dried beans may seem insignificant, but they are one of the most powerful foods you can store in your pantry. They can last for years without losing their properties. If stored properly in a cool, dry place, especially using packages with oxygen absorbers, dried beans can last up to 30 years. Indeed, a full 3 decades. A refrigerator is not needed, no special equipment, just airtight containers and a little patience. They are rich in protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, making them an economical way to stay full and healthy. One glass of prepared beans can significantly increase a portion, feed a family, or support you in an emergency. Unlike canned beans, which contain added salt and are more expensive per serving, dried beans are cheaper by weight and allow you to control how much salt you add. Just soak, boil, and it's ready. Moreover, they are incredibly versatile. Use them in soups, stews, chili, salads, or even as a base for vegetable burgers. It's no wonder cultures around the world have relied on beans for centuries. They are easy to find and store. Having several kilograms of dried beans in the pantry is wise. Whether it's preparing for emergencies, trying to cut food costs, or simply a love for good homemade chili, beans are the quiet power that never fails. This is something that does not spoil, does not rot, and has been used for thousands of years to preserve food and enhance the flavor of dishes. We are talking about white rice. Let's explore why this simple grain has become a legend of long-term storage. If you add honey or white rice to your supplies, like it. Subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss new tips on cooking, survival, or detailed product reviews. Leave comments below. Which product surprised you the most? Did you find anything from this in your pantry after watching? Regardless of whether you are preparing for emergencies, trying to save on purchases, or simply love interesting food facts, there is no judgment here. This list is purely useful.